Intabazwe near Harrismith in the Free State have been protesting for days now over poor service delivery in the area. Yesterday, they petrol bombed a truck on the N3 highway during clashes with the police. Well, let's get the latest this afternoon. Let's go live now to Harrismith, and we're joined by eNCA reporter Silindelo Masikane. Silindelo, the last time we spoke to you, we were getting a sense of an increased presence of police there following that petrol bombing incident yesterday. And you told us that there could be a meeting this afternoon between a delegation from the presidency of the Republic and selected representatives of Intabazwe community. What's the latest you can tell us?
Certainly, Bradan, I can confirm that we understand that that meeting is underway at one of the local hotels where there are some representatives from the Intabazwe township here in Harrismith, meeting with some of that delegation of officials. You'd remember, Bradan, that the community has been adamant that they are done engaging with local officials. They say that all they do is come here and give them empty promises, and they've been demanding the presence of President Cyril Ramaphosa. For most of the morning, Bradan, we have not seen a lot of those volatile visuals that we've been giving you since the beginning of this week, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that that meeting is underway. But we are starting to see some small groupings are starting to gather here up on the mountain. But just to give us a sense of why we're seeing these groupings, let's take a listen to what one of the community leaders had to say to me earlier on with regards to the meeting and the demand from residents and the community that they want these officials to actually come to the township itself. Let's take a listen.
What we can report for now is that we are told that Mr. Pesani from the office of the presidency in the Chole House and Mkoli Situgwane as the convener of the province together with Combatant CBD are around, and they want to meet with the delegation so that we engage them further. But from what the community has decided is that we are going to be in the township, and we want whoever is prepared to engage with us to come and engage the community, not a delegation. So we will wait for them to come the day they are prepared to come down to us. But from what I can tell you is that we will continue with our struggle until the president is confirming as to when he is prepared to come down.
So they really want a firm date with the president, Silindelo. They don't seem to be backing down. Even this meeting that's happening at a local hotel currently doesn't seem going to satisfy the local residents.
Not at all, Bradan. It does not seem to be the solution. What they are looking for is essentially the president himself. I'm going to ask Linge to just give you a pan of what we're starting to see now on my left, rather, where we are starting to see some of those groupings that we've been seeing for most of the morning. I am seeing that the police are starting to actually coordinate themselves in terms of deployment and what they're going to do. And to my right, we can actually start to see, I see a tire that's actually making its way down the hill. It seems as though protest action is going to resume once more this afternoon. However, at this stage, traffic has not been affected. It's just a matter of law enforcement trying to keep the situation under control. However, it does still remain volatile. We are starting to see a large number of people starting to gather once more up on the mountain. But at this stage, it still remains quite relatively calm. But it could change really at any moment. What you're seeing right now is some of those burning tires that are being let down the hill, burning there, and there is a police signal with some police officials just trying to man the situation and keep it under control.
So that's a tire burning there. That's the visual we are seeing. Looks like the residents of Intabazwe are preparing for another action this afternoon in that area. And that grass there on that hillside, pretty dry, being winter. I just wonder if it will catch any fire. From the police's side, their presence is more heightened than we saw in the last few days following yesterday's petrol bombing. What are they telling you? Are they going to be calling for reinforcement? Are they going to take any action? We know yesterday they arrested several people.
mean, I can see just behind me, brother, and at any moment now you will be seeing some of those police officials from earlier on who are now trying to get ready to try and deal with what's looking like a situation that's about to turn violent. What we know is that there has been some increased presence here from the police services. In fact, we've got many of the police officials coming from the various areas around the Free State. That's Bloemfontein, that's Kwakwa. Many of those officials have come down to Harrismith in order to try and keep the situation under control. So as you can see, police officers are not trying to take any risks. I'm going to ask Linge possibly maybe if he can try and get off his tripod, then we can maybe walk with the police officers just to give you a better view, Bradan. But you know, it's something that we've been seeing all week now, is that law enforcement has really been trying their best to try and keep the situation under control, but at times they've run out of rubber bullets. If they haven't run out of rubber bullets, they're just up and down with police signalas, trying to keep the residents within the township. But it has proven to be difficult for them, and so backup has been called. A number of arrests have been made, but it certainly hasn't deterred the residents of Intabezwe from voicing their grievances and using this particular area as a point of protest.
Yeah, and I see the police walking down there. Thank you to the cameraman. Please thank him for us as we are live to you, and hopefully we can stay with you for a little bit longer. I'm hoping Bazubile will allow us to do so, bringing these live visuals of yet seemingly another developing skirmish. If it's going to reach that, we don't know, but the way it seems at the moment, somebody has thrown a burning tire at the band. This now, what has been this famous band, or infamous band, on the N3 highway in Harrismith, where yesterday we saw a petrol bomb attack and a truck was scorched and another one almost jackknifed. And this has been a scene of protests over the last couple of weeks, with the people of Intabazwe saying they're not giving up, they're not going to stop until they meet with the President of the Republic, Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, to address their long-standing service delivery demands. They have no trust anymore in the local government authorities. Basically, if you want to use a normal language, you will say they're hurtful with what's been going on, not being heard. They've taken this action, and yet again another attempt this afternoon, looks like it's Silindelo, to block the N3 highway. Let's see what the police are going to do, and hopefully that dry winter felt in the Free State, which is bound, doesn't catch fire and stop traffic altogether. We are staying with you. We can see the visuals. We hope you're safe as well where you are at the moment.
We're safe, Bradan. It's just a matter of trying to dodge some of those rocks, petrol bombs that are being pelted from the mountains. But so far we have been trying to stick with the police services in order to ensure our safety. But as you can see, the situation does not seem...
Sorry.
Yes, Bradan?
Yeah, but this morning things have been very quiet and calm from what you've told us until now, just when we're crossing live to you, or shortly before a burning tire was rolled down to that band. Am I correct?
Yes. Thankfully, it has not made it over the barricade. I can still see it burning just before the barricade at the bottom of the hill. However, many of some of these burning tires have made it over the barricade and actually made it onto the highway, even going past the highway. One had actually almost landed on one of the police vehicles. I think it was on Monday. And it's one of the tools that the protesting residents have been using to voice their concerns. You know, they've stepped it up a notch as of yesterday and started using petrol bombs. And what you saw yesterday was a truck that was actually hit by one of these petrol bombs.
Okay.
At this point, but then I can say that though, the crowd is much smaller than what we've seen over the past few days.
Yeah, in the next 2 minutes or so, we'll stay with you, Silindelo, but please take care. I saw you running across the N3 highway. It's a very big highway, one of the most important ones, as we know, in the country, and currently is a target there in Harrismith because of the protest locally of the angry and frustrated residents. We'll stay with you, and thanks to you and the cameraman who's getting closer and closer, but please just mind the area. We'll just keep on going. So from what you can see at the moment, the police have come there to try maybe and stop that fire, we don't know, or stop any attempt through that part, that position on the highway to access and block the highway or petrol bomb traffic like we saw yesterday. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Certainly so. The police signalers have been up and down this particular stretch of the road, just trying to ensure that none of the burning tires make it over the road, and also, most importantly, trying to keep traffic flowing here because, as you've stated, the N3, very busy highway. It's a pathway really for economic activity to take place, and so for law enforcement, I think what's most important is to keep motorists safe, to keep the roads safe, and to keep the protesters away from the highway so that, there aren't any fatalities.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there for now. You stay safe, you and the cameraman. Keep on tracking that developing story. Hopefully it doesn't escalate any more than what we are seeing currently there. That's Silindelo Masikane on the N3 highway as residents of Intabazwe are continuing seemingly this afternoon their protest. A couple of tires have been rolled down that hill towards the highway, police taking up positions. We hope that it won't escalate any further. And we'll have to see as well what's going to come out of this consultation meeting that's currently taking place in a hotel between, we understand, officials from the Presidents of the Republic and representatives of the community. But the community is insisting they want a firm date with the President of the Republic.